Want to scale your brokerage to $800,000 per month or $10 million per year? This is going to be my framework of how we have scaled hundreds of finance brokerages. And over the past 5 years, we've worked with over 750 companies. And I'm going to go over a real world example today of how we took a brokerage from $150,000 a month all the way up to nearly $300,000 per month in only 3 months. Yes, 3 months. So in this video, I'm going to share the step-by-step framework that we went through and the 5 things that we did to change this and make them go from $150,000 a month to nearly $300,000 a month in 3 months. So let's jump right in. Number 1, build a scalable lead generation process. So let's start off with some before stats. So the revenue was approximately $150,000. It was just a bit under. They were getting broker referral revenue of $50,000 and they were getting $100,000 of lead revenue. They had 5 brokers, including the director. Their lead conversion was sitting about 5.08%. They were getting approximately the previous month when we worked with them, they got 610 leads the month before, and their average contact rate was 52%. They had 17.38% application rate, they had a 7.87% approval rate, and they got 31 settlements from that. They had an average settlement value of $3,200 per settlement, and that's what came up to the lead revenue of around $100,000. So it's a little bit less, it was like 98 or 99. Now, let's go through the first stage of what we did to increase their revenue. So you can see all of these stats before and after. So the first step and what we did with this company in particular was we focused on their lead generation. So they already had some massive things that were going wrong with the lead generation. As you can see, contact rate was low, application rate was low. So what we did, it was super simple. We plugged them in to the BizLeads lead flow into one of our new products. Now, I'm not going to pitch anything like that. I just want you to know and know transparently what we did. We plugged them into the BizLeads lead flow of our new ABN verified leads, and then we delivered the same amount of leads. So that was lead generation step number 1 complete. Super simple, same cost, and I will go over more in-depth costings in a second. Step number 2 is we worked on the conversion rate. So this is really what you want to see and what you guys are going to be more interested in. So first thing that we did for conversion rate, their average time to response was 3 hours within business hours, okay? It was 3 hours. Time to lead was 3 hours. So we implemented our timer system, which puts timers at 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and 60 minutes whenever a lead comes in. Now, what this allowed us to do was drastically increase our contact rates. Our contact rates drastically went up, which I will show you in a second what they went to. But 10, 30, and 60, that's what we did, okay? It went from 3 hours down to that, and that took our contact rates, that took their contact rates from 50% up to 70%. Now, not crazy, 50 to 70%, but remember, we are fixing each stage. So 50%, this went to 70. Okay. Now, how do we do this? As I said, a 10, 30, and 60-minute timer. So when a new lead comes in within 9 to 5, we would have a timer and then we would judge people based on that timer within the sales team, within their 5 brokers. It was actually 4 because, as I said, the director, he is the manager of that team. So that is conversion on specifically contact rates. Now, next we worked on how we're going to increase the contact rates into applications. So how do you do this? They were having issues specifically with trust. They didn't have very good numbers in terms of the application rates, as you can see, around 17%, and that's from total amount of leads to total amount of applications. So what we worked on next was trust. So how did we do this? With trust, we worked on one main thing: reviews, testimonials. And this was just backing ourselves with real people and real results. So reviews, testimonials, and also an email snapshot. Now, what this means is we displayed reviews and brought that up on the script on the first call. So on the first call, in the script, we put in to bring up reviews and testimonials. Okay, so for this company, they had, I believe it was 140 testimonials, I believe, and reviews. So you bring up video testimonials and you bring up reviews. So they had 140 reviews, and I believe they had like 10 video testimonials of people that they were able to get. So we started bringing that up from the get-go. We're an established brokerage. We have over 140 reviews on Google My Business, and we also have 10 video testimonials of people who have worked with us and gotten amazing results. Then from there, you basically go and you go, okay, amazing. I'm going to send over a quick summary of myself as well. You can text this or you can email this. And it's basically a headshot of you as a person and what you specialize in and your history as a person. So now they're talking to someone on the phone who is trusting. Okay. So that's how we did that. Now, what this allowed us to do is take, again, you're going to see some more of the stats here, but we basically were able to take some of these numbers from leads contact app up to 25% for application rates, okay? 25% from 17%. That's nearly a 50% increase. Next, we worked on scaling through referrals. So this was the biggest thing that we did, that we implemented to make sure at the application, after optimizing applications, optimizing approvals, and then optimizing settlements, we wanted to decrease the number of actual of leads that they had to get and pay for to get deals. So we implemented our own referral program. So we implemented our own, and we have a specific setup for referral programs. So we implemented our referral program, and then we showed the company exactly when to ask and how. So how and when. Now, they then generated on their third month an extra $24,000 from this referral strategy. Okay, and that is then been ongoing since this actually happened. So $24,000. So referral, how and when, and they went up by $24,000, scaling through referrals. So next, we needed to, and this is the most important thing here, is tracking. We needed to know how everything was going. And we actually implemented tracking first, but I wanted to keep it to last because it's the most important thing that you can do. How do you think we knew these numbers? We had to sit down with them, establish the numbers, and then actually go over what it was going to look like. So we actually had these numbers because they didn't have the numbers when we started working with them. Okay, they did not have these numbers. So we spent a month getting them. Then after that, after we had the tracking and everything in place, this is what everything looked like. They were at $257,000 in new revenue. And everyone might be thinking, yeah, 250,000, it's not crazy, but for 5 brokers, that's nearly 50,000. It's just about $50,000 per broker. And the biggest notable mentions are broker revenue stayed the same. Leads revenue went up $83,000, which also meant that nearly all of this $83,000 was profit. Yes, they earned a bit more comms, but nearly all of this was profit because this is per month. Lead conversion rate, as a combination of our leads and also the new systems, went up to 9.42%. Next was leads. We got 605 leads on the third month, so it wasn't exactly 610, but yeah. Contact rates went up to, it was 69.8%, but I rounded it to 70%. And the app rate went up to 25%, approvals went up to 14%, and settlements 57%. This is how important tracking is. Can all of you go and give me your exact numbers for these right now watching this video? I don't know if you can, and that isn't a bad thing. You just need to make sure that you have essential tracking set up so you know leads, contact rates, appointments, approvals, settlements. And then its new stream of revenue, it was just over $24,000 in their third month from referrals, implementing our referral program and executing on it. Now, these were the 5 steps that we did to take this brokerage from $150,000 to $257,000 a month. Lead generation. Swap their lead gen provider out with high quality leads. But then that's not the biggest step. The biggest step is conversion. We needed to increase all of these conversion rates of everything from contact rates, application rates, approval rates, settlement rates. And the biggest holes in the bucket that we filled were contact rates and application rates, because everything else just went up naturally because of the process that we implemented so that everything was accountable. Because when you contact a lead quicker, the contact rates are higher, but also the client experience is better. Now, trust. So we used reviews, testimonials, and email and SMS snapshots to increase trust. We scaled the brokerage through referrals by implementing our referral program, which showed them how and when to ask for referrals, but make sure you implement it in your business. And next was, before we started all of this, we implemented an essential tracking system that just tracked these numbers, okay? It tracked these numbers right here: broker revenue, lead revenue, how many brokers I had, lead conversion, leads, contact rate, appointments, applications, approvals and settlements. So this is the exact process that we went through: building a scalable lead generation system, perfecting lead conversion process, building client trust and authority, scaling through referrals and repeat business, and tracking and optimizing the overall system. That is how to grow any finance brokerage. That is my framework of how we grew this brokerage from $150,000 a month, making only $10,000 to $20,000 a month in profit, all the way up to $257,000, making over $80,000 a month in profit for the director. Before stats, after stats, I hope this was valuable. Please take away as much as you possibly can and implement what you can from this video, and I hope to speak to you guys soon.